Welcome to Discover Indie Film. I'm Jeff Howard, and I've got Michael May with me on Zoom. Hey, Michael.
How you doing?
I'm good. Good to talk to you. I want everyone to know that this is a 4 questions podcast in the Discover Indie Film world. That means Michael will be answering 4 questions. I won't ramble off the 4 questions right now. I'm bringing this up so I can mention that the podcast before this one is a great interview with Michael where we learn all about Michael and his work and the film Where Darkness Dwells, because Michael co-wrote, directed, and stars in Where Darkness Dwells, a film that was at the Sherman Oaks Film Festival last year, and that's the festival I run, so I guess I should say a festival I run, and took home, Where Darkness Dwells took home the Grand Jury Award for Best Screenplay for a Feature Film for Michael May and your co-writer, Alexandra Grunberg. And it also took home the Grand Jury Award for Best Production Design in a Feature Film for your production designer, Jordan Wayne Long, who I learned was pretty critical to the film.
Oh my God, yes. So critical, so critical. It's nice of you to say that again, yeah.
But that's because everyone should listen to the interview. It was a great interview. It's a great film. It's not out yet, but when it does come out, we will link to it in the show notes. But it is a great horror thriller. There I hybridized it.
Yeah, I love that. See, I got to do that because I say horror too much. Listen to the episode, everybody. You'll learn about that.
It is a horror thriller, and it's really good because, as everyone who listens to this knows, Sherman Oaks Film Festival, we're just a bunch of cinephile snobs. Like,
yeah,
we would rather show a fantastic film. Well, for example, we actually showed a film from Bahrain at the Sherman Oaks Film Festival, and we knew the filmmaker and their actors wouldn't travel. It was great. So we aren't good enough capitalists to just choose films based upon the fact that they'll pack the house. We program that festival based on quality. So that is why we had Where Darkness Dwells. But enough about that. I already mentioned the 4 questions thing. This is just a fun thing we do on the Discover Indie Film podcast because I had a dear friend who was a professional drummer and always liked to debate underrated, overrated, top 3, stuff like that. So the 4 questions are: name 3 films you love. I really try to get away from the top 3 idea because that's
good call.
I mean, especially like 20 years ago, we all had a top 3. Now we're so inundated. There's just too many. And plus, like, Korea stepped in. Like, there's just no way to have a top 3. So it's just 3 favorites, 3 films that you love. And then question 2 is an underrated film. Question number 3 is an overrated film. And you're a very nice person, so I might pre-hit you with my disclaimer, which is this isn't throwing shade. Your overrated could be a wonderful film, and you could consider it wonderful. Just, that's a great movie that beat out better movies for Best Picture, and that's why I'm saying it's overrated, something like that.
Yeah.
And then the 4th question is name a lesser known film for people to seek out. It's obviously just a fun way to get to know people because, when you learn when you talk about movies, you learn a lot about that person, right? Like when you're at a dinner party and someone's favorite movie is your favorite movie.
Oh man, it's the best. It's so great.
Right? You just want to say, we're friends. Yeah. I don't care that you're whatever. Okay. So you want to name 3 favorites?
Yes. I will say this is the hardest question in the world. So I'm glad you kind of broadened it a little bit. And if you ask me this again tomorrow, they'll be different. But I will say I had to write this down because right before the call, I was like, oh God, I'll forget. Rosemary's Baby, Dial M for Murder. And I always have to mention Empire of the Sun, a Steven Spielberg movie that people forget. But that movie had a major effect on me as a kid. So that is always in my list. We're very recent to Rob Reiner's death. So I'm just going to put an honorable mention of Princess Bride because I've seen that maybe 8 million times and I can watch that over and over again. So there you go.
Excellent. Excellent. I'm going to be a goofball. I'm going to steal some of your time we're supposed to talk about. By the way, all great. And the funny thing is, I'm realizing I'm failing as dad because our teenager, our college freshman, only watches horror, and I haven't made her watch like the Hitchcock.
Yeah.
I made her watch The Exorcist, and she liked it.
Good,
It
good,
was not too
wonderful.
slow. It was not too
Yeah.
slow, and the effects were not too old. But uh, but she's got to see stuff like I don't think she's seen Rosemary's Baby either.
Oh, she should. She should watch it. I just recently rewatched it, maybe 6 months ago, probably. Yeah, it's always one of my faves.
And I'm with you. I think Empire of the Sun might be the best from Mr. Spielberg.
I don't even know if it's the best. It may not even be my favorite. The reason I always put it in the list is because I saw it when I think I was 6 or 7. I did not understand the movie from a like practical, historical, specific point of view, but the emotional impact of that movie still hit me with it was just so powerful that I didn't need to know the specifics of the history and all that stuff that I couldn't quite understand because the storytelling is just so good. So I always put that when people ask, I always have to put that in the list because it had a huge influence on me.
Right. And I'm with you on Princess Bride. I'm spending the rest of my life with someone who considers The Princess Bride in their top three, but I will just come out right out and say, because I've never had the opportunity to say it, and we did lose Rob Reiner in a horrible way
Mm-hmm.
not long ago, that everyone is snoozing on The Sure Thing. The Sure Thing is his best film.
Oh, good point. I forgot about that
You know
movie.
what I
Good
mean? I
point.
actually think
Yeah.
that's a perfect film.
Yeah.
It's just everything about it's perfect. The story, everything. It's funny. It's heartwarming. It's everything about that film is perfect. I would even put it above Spinal Tap now.
I haven't seen it in so long. I've got to rewatch it, but I'm so glad you brought that up just for me because I kind of forgot about it. I feel
Everyone
terrible because it's
forgets
so
about it, and
great.
everyone
Yeah.
focuses on Princess Bride. And I got
Yeah.
to say, I understand why people adore Princess Bride, but don't snooze on the sure thing.
Yeah.
It's before Rob Reiner had all the power in the world, and he had to be really good. Because I actually
Mm-hmm.
think the films got worse as
Yeah.
everyone's
Yeah.
loses focus.
Yeah.
And honestly, anyway, this is the time to celebrate them. So the sure thing, Princess Bride, watch them
There you
both.
go.
All right. Question number two is an underrated film.
Master and Commander. Um,
Ooh, yeah.
yeah, I think that's one of the best movies made in the last 20 years. Is it the last 20 years or is it a little older than that? Maybe I think
I
it's 20
think it's
years.
a lot older.
Maybe not a lot. I
Maybe
think
no, maybe it's
maybe
only 20.
yeah, maybe about 20. I'll throw in a second one, The Ghost Rider, which is a Polanski movie that I think is underrated as well.
Okay, I'm having a senior moment. Master and Commander was Tony Scott or Ridley Scott?
Peter Weir.
Peter Weir. Oh my God, you're
Yeah,
right.
Peter
You're right.
Weir.
Oh, I was
Yeah.
thinking 1492. That was Ridley.
Yeah, Peter Weir, Master and Commander.
Oh, I'm
Just
so ashamed of myself because
yeah,
Peter Weir's like one of the greatest of all time, and he
yeah.
doesn't get credit.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't. And even Master and Commander, I don't think it made money. I don't think it was a hit. But that movie's so good. It is so good.
It is. And actually, anyone who likes cinema, something that I didn't mention during your interview, but I know you meant when you were 5 years old and said you wanted to direct, and I was impressed with that, is that there's always that moment where the movie fan realizes they should follow the director's career,
Yes.
not the lead actor, right? Because when we're
Yeah.
young, we're like, I'm gonna watch all the Tom Cruise. I love this actor. And then you realize, wait, what connects quality is you realize, oh my God, if I listed Peter Weir's films, they're all just amazing.
Yeah, he's one of the best. And I don't think, especially in America, maybe in because he's Australian, right? I think
He's
he's
Australian.
Australian.
I think it started with
Um,
Gallipoli.
yeah, and so I think he's probably better well known over there than he is here, just to the casual movie fan. But yeah, he's amazing.
He's amazing, and it is a bummer that because I think Master and Commander was his book series too, right? Like there
It
should have
is.
been
I've
a
read I've read I think three of the books, and they're incredible. And so Master and Commander I loved because I've read the books and was able to pick up on some stuff. And you could tell that they wanted to make more because they were planting the seed for certain things later on that never came to fruition because they only made that one. Yeah.
yeah. They thought Russell Crowe was going to lead them to like make yeah.
Yeah.
There we
Yeah.
go. All right, and I'm not sure I know the Ghost Rider.
It's a Polanski movie. I think it's Ewan McGregor. Um, And yeah, I mean, you should just watch it. I like the movie. I'm a big fan of that movie, and I was one of the few people that saw it in the theater. I think it's great.
That is always a weird experience where you're like, I saw it in the theater and that was one weekend.
It was one weekend, and I have a memory. It was in Holly. I think it was at the Cinerama Dome, not in the big dome theater, but in the rest of the complex in Hollywood, where normally there's a big turnout for movies. And I think it was me and my friend Nick and like three other people. And it was, I think, opening weekend. Like there were not many people there, but it's a great movie.
It's a great movie. All right. Well, question number three is a film that you feel is overrated.
Vertigo. I mainly thought about this because I mentioned Dial M for Murder earlier, so I was thinking about Hitchcock. But I think Vertigo is highly overrated.
There we go. I mean,
Yeah, there's
sure.
nothing else to say about it. I just think it's
Yeah. I
overrated.
mean, I honestly, when I was in college, I took a Hitchcock class and, and yeah, I see where you're getting.
Yeah,
Cause yeah,
yeah.
yeah, sometimes his heart was like all in it, and sometimes he needed a paycheck because he had a good lifestyle.
He did. He did. And Vertigo, I think he won best director for Vertigo, if my memory serves correctly. Hollywood snobs, if I'm wrong, you can laugh and make fun of me. But Vertigo is highly celebrated. When I first started getting into Hitchcock as a kid, everybody talked about Vertigo. My parents talked about Vertigo. I've seen it probably 5 times, and I just never liked it.
Never
Never
like.
liked Vertigo. Yeah.
But do you like High Anxiety, the Mel Brooks spoof?
Of course I do. Yes.
Isn't that wonderful? It is
You
so
got
good.
to.
I kind of feel like that's a Mel Brooks film that a lot of people snooze on because everyone,
It is, yeah.
Young Frankenstein, Spaceballs, everyone loves the spoof. Of course, Blazing Saddles, but the man also did Hitchcock.
He did. He did. It was wonderful.
All right, question number four, a lesser known film that people should seek out.
How to Kill Your Neighbor's Dog.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So I do you even know that movie? I feel like
I
no one knows
I
that movie.
don't think I know it.
So it stars Kenneth Branagh, Robin Wright, a million other famous actors. I think I'm the only person that has ever seen this movie. Uh, and I found it by accident when I first moved to LA and I got my cable hookup. I had this, I think it was the Sundance Channel or IFC channel, and they were showing the movie, and I watched it and found myself really liking it. And then I saw there's like a little theater on Wilshire Boulevard that I drove past one day and saw that it was playing there. And I don't know if it was like a screening because the movie was already out on TV. So I don't know if it was just screening or whatever. Um, and it was on, I found it on that movie channel over and over again. It would play. And every time it was on, I could not stop watching it. And it has flaws. It's not a great movie. There's a reason why it was probably not successful, but there's something about it, a je ne sais quoi, that I just cannot figure out about why I love that movie. The tone is all over the place. It literally just it's the writer loved his writing way too much, but there's something about it that I cannot not watch and absolutely enjoy it. Yeah.
You know, and you make me nostalgic for the days when we didn't have
Yes.
many streaming services with way too many lists because we would rewatch stuff way more.
Absolutely.
There's so much value to rewatching.
Yeah, and it hit me at the perfect time because I was new to LA. I didn't know many people. So like that was my Saturday night is just sitting down and what do I have to watch? And that would come on again. And so, I watched it a million times. Um, Kenneth Branagh's amazing in it. All the actors are amazing. But it's sort of a drama comedy thing. But yeah, and again, I think I'm the only person that's ever watched it. If any listeners have ever seen that movie, find me on Instagram and message me because I have yet to meet somebody I can even converse about this movie with.
Geez, yeah, that's
Yeah,
that's a tall order. You know what? I have to admit, Kenneth Branagh is always good.
yeah.
Always good. I don't even want him to be good. Honestly, I took offense when he and Emma Thompson split,
I know,
and
right?
I felt
Yeah,
like I just had to
yeah.
take her side.
Yep, yep.
And then every time I see him, I'm like, God damn, he's good.
Yeah, he's good. He's good.
Except I
Can't
think
argue
he's a
with it.
bit full of himself when he directs. I'm not a huge fan.
Yeah,
Is that
yeah,
fair? But he's
it is.
amazing actor.
He is. He's
So
incredible.
good. And that fits that film totally nails the font and title rule.
Oh God, I haven't even looked at like the poster. I gotta pull
I'm
that
looking
up
at
in
the
front of
poster
me.
right now. It's got but I mean talk about a memorable title. Okay,
Yeah,
well,
yeah. Oh, yeah, you're right. Look at that. Look at that poster.
that's a pretty good poster, but it's a pretty great title too. You're not going to forget that title.
Nope, nope. No, you won't. No, you
I
won't.
won't. All right, now I want to see it. So hopefully I'll see you again sometime and I can say, guess what I saw?
And you'll say it was terrible. I don't understand why you like
I don't know if it was.
it.
No, I'll just say, it would have been good without Kenneth Branagh.
Yeah, right.
Emma Thompson should have played the lead. Okay, all right. So anyway, I'll
She would have
stop
been
trying to be
amazing.
funny.
She's so good too. She could absolutely do it.
She is amazing. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Michael, thank you so much. I will wrap us up by asking everyone to check the links in the show notes and follow Michael on Instagram and whatnot. And look for when you get a chance to see Where Darkness Dwells, because I highly recommend it. If you want to learn more about this podcast, you go to discoverindie.film.com. In fact, all 647 podcasts are on there. It's just you can't stop once you start listening. By the way, I had an amusing thing. Like I think last September, I happened to look at the analytics, and someone in Singapore
There you
listened
go.
to 500 podcasts in like a month, and I'm like, damn,
Wow.
who knew? Who knew?
Yeah.
Big movie fans out there.
You're huge in Singapore. You didn't realize it, but you're a huge celebrity in Singapore.
Well, the cool thing about Singapore is maybe that person started like watching everybody's movies. That's
that'd be
the whole
amazing.
point,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
That'd be so
absolutely.
cool. So cool. All right. So, discoverindiefilm.com is the website. At DIF wins. DIF for Discover Indie Film. At DIF wins is the social media handle. That's where you can learn all about this podcast and the stuff that's born out of it. There's always fun little projects that pop out of it. If you change that .com to .org, so discoverindiefilm.org, that is the nonprofit that runs 2 festivals in the Los Angeles area. I happen to run both festivals. So that's Sherman Oaks Film Festival that we hold every December, Film Invasion Los Angeles that we hold every June. And those are sister festivals, same team, just different name. We honestly just couldn't pick a name when we were launching. And I had the crazy idea of being like, well, let's do both 3 months apart. And we'll do the one that does better. And they ended up sort of being... The festivals are run the same way, but because one had the name Sherman Oaks in it, if you live in Los Angeles, you have heard of Sherman Oaks, it got tons of local support. And Film Invasion Los Angeles got more submissions from overseas and back east and Canada and whatnot. So they kind of like eased in. And they are both in the top 100 best reviewed list on Film Freeway by filmmakers on the festival circuit. So there we go. And they have a cousin that takes place in Lima, Peru called Film Invasion Lima. And heck, the cool thing is both Sherman Oaks Film Festival and Film Invasion Los Angeles celebrated their 10th anniversaries last year. And now this year we've celebrated the birth of Film Invasion Lima. So that's kind of worked out in a fun way because, it's like not the decimal system. It's like the metric system. We hit 10 and then we added 1. There we go.
There you go.
All right, Michael. Thank you so much. And thank you everyone for listening.